Clips here. This is going to be a special tutorial video for 50 subs. Today I'm going to teach you how to make professional 3D text with Cinema 4D. The first step is you want to go to this squiggly line right here. Click the bottom there. And now you're going to go to text. To edit what this text says, go to the bottom right here. And it says text. Let's make this 50 subs. 50 subs. Yay. To change the font, you're going to go right under that to the right. It says font ... Go to that, click that, rather, and go to the font that you like. Let's try Bank Gothic MDPT. That looks pretty cool. So what you're going to do is rotate it to where you want it, and to rotate, you're going to click top right corner, and there's going to be a dot and then two arrows going around it. Basically click that, and that controls it, and your cursor will disappear. To make that 3D, you're going to click the cube with the sphere inside it, and then go to extrude NURBS. Now what you want to do is go to text, drag it up to extrude NURBS, and then wait till there's an arrow pointing down to a box, and then you're going to let go. And as you can see, it made the text 3D. But if you render it, it does not look very cool. So, let's redo that accidentally. And now, if you want to edit how thick your text is, you go to extrude NURBS, and then under object, and then under movement, the far is to the right. Let's make this 80. There we go. That's nice and thick. Let's render that. That looks better. And wow, I keep doing that by accident. Okay. Now, what you want to do to make it a little bit cooler, add some more layers and stuff. Highlight text and extrude NURBS. Command C, Command V, copy and paste that. Go to extrude NURBS 1. Make this 40 under movement, under object, under the object tab rather. Rotate it to the side, and then click and drag the blue arrow till you think the highlighted area is in the middle. That's about good. What you want to do now is go to caps, start, fillet cap, end, fillet cap. Make the radius under steps 10. You can use this, you can make it 10 to 15, doesn't really matter. I like to keep it at 10. As you can see, it kind of adds another layer to it and extrudes it a little bit. To make a color, you're going to double click on the timeline down here, and then it will bring up a matte or color. What you're going to do is you can drag this, change it right here, just make this black. So now we have this black. Now what we can do is drag this to whatever area that you want to be that color. So right here, I made it the background on it, but you can't see it because it's a black background. Now, if you want to make it so you have a white background, you're going to go to Lights, Sky. Sorry if there's any background noise. And you can render this, and this looks pretty cool. 50 subs. Woo! Okay. Now that we have a sky, you're just going to leave that alone up there. And to make another color, you're going to double click on the timeline again, and it'll automatically make another one. And you can edit this from right here. So let's make this red. And drag the red right under the colors. And now we have a pretty cool looking 3D font right here. Okay. Now, this is where lots of YouTube videos get very confusing, and I'm going to try to be very, very clear. To render this out, or export this out, you're going to go to Render, render settings. This is basically what you're going to need to render this out first. Let's go to general, make sure it's full render. Output, this is where it kind of gets sketchy for people. Now, it says preset 320 by 240. That's like 240p on YouTube, right? So you want it maybe something really nice, like 1280 by 720 or something like that. Let's make it 1280 by 720. And I don't know if that's completely right, so right under it, I'm just going to check in lock ratio. It's going to be HDTV, so I was right, 16:9 ratio. And you don't really need to worry about anything under that besides width and height. You're going to go to save. This is where it gets really sketchy for people. The format is you're going to want to change to QuickTime Movie. You can change the options to how many frames per second, the keyframe, and my quality is at best, and the depth is best depth. Now, you don't need to worry about anything else besides where it says File. You're going to click the 3 periods, and you're going to, let's save it as 50 subs tutorial. This is going to save to my desktop. Let's go to multipass. You don't have to worry about anything on multipass. I'm going to go to anti-aliasing. Go to geometry and make it best. And then filter, it's going to be animation. And make it 1:1 to 2:2. And let's see. There's one thing that I forgot. And you do need to worry about this. You go to under width and height, there's going to be film aspect, and then under that, under these 3 sections, it's going to be the last section, and it's going to be frame range, all frames. You need to make sure you do that. Okay, and that's about everything you guys need to worry about. So those are the render settings. Now, to animate, you're going to want to go to oops, let's undo that. I did not want to put in a light. I want to go to put in, no wait, that's not even what I want to put in. What I want to put in is camera, so you're going to go right here, light, camera. And now what is very important we need to do right now. You need to go to cameras, scene camera, camera. And now that it's that, you're going to make sure you need to click this little middle tab right here. And let's rotate it to where we want it. So we'll do this. Keyframe that. Drag it to about 15. Keyframe that. And then drag it up. Keyframe that right there. Press the key. Drag it up. Drag it to wherever you want it. Press the key. Drag it up. Move it. Press the key. And drag it to where you want it. And press the key. And to play this, you can just go all the way back and press the play. That looks pretty good. And now, since our render settings are all taken care of, all we need to do is, this is render. That's what it's going to look like. Now, to completely render it out and export it to where you edited where it's going to save, right next to this film thing, there's going to be a film thing in a window, kind of looking like a movie or something like that. All you need to do is click that. Whoops, that was from another project. And this will be the example. Oh, there we go. Here we go. This will just be, it's rendering out right now, actually. Yeah, so stop the video here. Hope you guys like it, and it should appear on your desktop. And that's about it. XX for Apocalypse out.